was I left production quite early. And I wouldn't change that because I have a very firm belief that I don't want to be in competition with my agents. I don't like that as a look. And there's some agencies in my market where the owner does still actively sell, and actively.
That's in most markets, I think, across America. And
yeah.
Team leaders, I think 99% of team leaders actively compete directly against their own agents.
I just think that's a recipe for disaster, and it's a recipe for people to think that there's favoritism coming in with the leads or from people walking into your office and all that fun stuff. So just be prepared for that when you do step out of production. Is have a game plan. And in terms of what to implement first, and you just have to have a coach. You have to have that weekly meeting with your person from ERS. So I was lucky enough, I was in early enough where I got Andy.
Oh, wow.
I was on the phone every week with Andy, talking his bloody ear off. And he's like trying to get off the phone because he's got the next guy. And I'm like, no, just one more thing. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And just making sure you say, okay, I implemented X, Y, and Z this week. Do I move on to the next thing, or do I monitor this for another week before moving on to the next implementation? Mm-hmm. And having a coach guide you through this is really a lot of fun. And now I get to do the same thing for other people on ERS. I've got 3 or 4 guys calling me tomorrow, and we're gonna find out where they're at based on the last time I talked to them, and make sure that they're staying the course.
Well, and I think that's key. One of our number one goals when we launched ERS back in 2017, when you mentioned you were in the beta, it wasn't even our intent to offer group coaching. We were just doing workshops, and all these people were wanting to visit Omaha because we went from 70 to 425 sides in 3 years. And then in the next 3 years, we got up to over 700 sides, fastest growing team, 70 to 700 sides in 6 years. And all these people wanted to see how we did it. So we're like, yeah, come out to Omaha. And then we built a workshop around it. And then we built a coaching company around that. And to your point, giving our coaching clients a step-by-step process of what to implement, and in the right order and in the right way. That included checks and balances to help people when they were falling, to provide them with the intellectual property, with the systems, all the tools to be able to implement.